All right, I want to start this lesson by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Salutations out there to the elect. Before I get into scriptures, I want to start the video. And as you can see, that what the heading says, the heading says, Surviving Jackson, Mississippi, the most dangerous city in the poorest state. And a lot of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you make up the majority of the inhabitants in these poor states. You see? So let's, you Israelites, you make up the majority that are in these poor states. So let's play the video, a little bit of it, and then I'll get some scriptures. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 44 minutes long, but I'll play portions of it.
Trying to get up out this right now. Come get me. Please come get me. I'm begging to get up out this bitch. What? Tired of being in this bitch. It's a jungle, man. I gotta survive every day for real. I ain't just saying it act good and look good. I'm dead serious, look at my eye. I don't see nothing but pain. I got scars and war wounds everywhere. I'm trying to get up out this bitch. You out south, baby. It's different. You out south. Anything goes. I'm talking about anything. Hustling, stealing, thugging. Woodside. So great. Pride, fight, get back cool. Gamble. Later on, get the organ, fight again. Switch this. Stealing shit out stove. I'm telling you, police really made us move from this house. Every time my mama moved and took us to jail, we're gonna be dead. Burn the bush is thugging. Out the blue. We could have sniped it. Yeah, I ain't all that shit. That's that south, man. I mean, got it whooped on here, over here on Lakewood, boy. So many, boy. Go fight. We jumping shit, beats. With chairs, bricks. Man, shooting at us with a 22 rifle trying to hit us. On my mama trying to kill us. That's all I hear. We was thugging with photos gun. We was thugging with knives in hand.
I'm a certified jack boy. I mean, come on with it. I ain't got time to be procrastinating and all that. Different caliber out here now. You got them Mr. Take something in that.
Back then, it was straight hands and knives and what up, bricks and they got switches and all type. When they play, ain't gonna no talking. You don't get no.
You got to steal your face off. You feel? That's all they know now.
And you see, this is how the Lord, fulfilled his word by bringing us to a lower state because of our disobedience, you see. So let's start right here in the book of Baruch, in the Apocrypha, you see. All right, this is Baruch 3, the book of Baruch, chapter 3. Let's get to the point. Verse 8. It says, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, what thou hast scattered us. You see, the Lord scattered us. Going back to the curses of Deuteronomy. For a reproach and a curse, the curses of Deuteronomy, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. You see? So that's why you have so-called blacks, you see Hispanics and Native Americans in these poor states. You see? That's because of the curses of Deuteronomy, because of our own disobedience. Let's get that in the book of Deuteronomy. It says consequences of disobedience. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do, so like, let me get it steady. To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So the Israelites are still under the curses, even unto this day. Verse 16, it says, Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field, which you just saw. You see, with the majority of our people that are in these poor states. You see, they're at a lower state, bunch of degenerates. You see, which the wicked of our people, they're not going to seek the Lord anyway. It says, verse 17, Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. You see, not having enough money to pay your bills, struggling financially. And the rest of the curses, which you can come back, you can go to Deuteronomy 28 and read the curses. But the point is that we're in captivity. We're in captivity even until this day because of our disobedience, you see. That's why Jake is in these poor states, catching hell. You see, wanting to move out of these corrupt states, you know, having danger on every side, not knowing whether they're going to live the next day or die. You see, because of the curses.
I hit in the neck, right in the neck. Man, I'm good on that. I'm good. I got hit in the head. I got hit in the head. All type of
I got hit all in my hand, my neck. Man, this on the floor. You feel me? And we ain't sitting at $250 line over down the street. I ain't no care for my mama.
All right, these stupid ads.
This is a brand new.
I hate these ads. Salaki, bear with me. Bear with me.
WDP, that mean washer, dishes, player. West Side Finest, man. You know, we on John, man. Free Debo, man. That's that boy. The bandana gang. Finest, Battlefield legend.
We the brain of the body. The brain of the body. The north is the heart. The south is the feet.
Them folks stepping on face. You been talking to Pit Bull, that's a bunch. At Wood Street, we all know. Oh, yeah, man. This going on Wood, no bullshit.
Part of the city, man. That tatted, man. Wood Street, baby, man. You feel me?
Ghost Town getting in, man. Don't put no trust in no one. Nobody. They right here, right now. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust nobody.
Valley Club.
As y'all can see, we are right back.
Yeah, which goes back to the curses. That's why Jake said what he said. He doesn't trust anybody. Let's get that in the curses. Let's see. This is let's see. It's gonna say, thy eyes shall be evil. Let's get that, Salakia. Shall be evil. Which is really goes back to the evil that the Lord brought upon us because of our disobedience. That's why you have Jake in these ghettos and whatnot. Up, Salakia. It's right in Deuteronomy 28. Salakia. I gotta went right to it. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate. You see, that's how our people used to be back then in the ancient times. Very tender and delicate, having love for your brother. You see, when we followed the Lord, you see, we didn't seek to kill our brother. We didn't seek to do harm to our brother. We followed the ways of the Lord. You see, we had the fear of the Lord in us. It says, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, you see. So our people are under the curses, even unto this day. That's why Jake said what he said. He doesn't trust anybody.
Back in the most dangerous.
Let's hear what he,
Man, that tatted, man. Wood Street, baby, man. You feel me?
say what he said again.
Wood Street, we all know. Oh, yeah, man. This going on Wood, no bullshit.
Part of the city, man. That tatted, man. Wood Street, baby, man. You feel me?
Ghost Town getting in, man. Don't put no trust in no one. Nobody. They right here, right now. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust nobody.
Valley Club.
As y'all can see, we are right back in the most dangerous city, in the poorest state, all of America. I'm talking none other than Jacktown, USA. And I know what y'all are thinking too, like Big Cactus, if it's so poor, if it's so dangerous, if the government is so corrupt, if things are so up, why in the do you keep going back down there? Like, do you got a death wish or something? Like, what's the deal? That's a valid question. My answer, 2 words. Raw talent. This city is a gold mine. Like, this is definitely one of those cities where I have no clue why labels have yet to infiltrate this motherfucker. Okay, the pressure.
And that goes back to the Israelites being talented. You see, the scriptures also call us the salt of the earth. You see, but if the salt has lost its savor, which we fell away from our power by disobeying his word, wherewith shall it be salted? That's a scripture in the Bible. I'm paraphrasing it. But you see, we're at a low estate. You see, and the majority of these guys you see in the video, let's go back. I'm not going to play all of it. But these type of Israelites right here, these so-called black guys.
Back then, it was straight hands and knives and what up, bricks and
You see, these are what you call degenerates, you see. They're degenerates. A lot of our people, they're what you call degenerate plants, like the scriptures say, because they're wise to do evil, and to do good they have no knowledge. You see, would you go back to the Lord bringing us to a lower state? Let's get this last scripture in the book of Lamentations. It says distress in the siege, you see. And this happened when the Lord brought Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, to besiege Jerusalem, our homeland, and to lead us into captivity. You see, Lamentations 4:1, it says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. And this is what you see. You see, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans poured out upon poured out upon the street. Let's get it again. You see, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans poured out on the top of every street. You see? You're in the street. You're in the streets, as you say. You got street knowledge, which goes back to what? You being in the lower state, but don't realize it. It's not good being at a lower state. But these type of degenerate plants are not seeking the Lord. You see?
Switches and all type. Don't they ain't gonna no talking. You don't hear no.
You gotta steam your face off. You feel me? That's all they know now. I got hit in the neck. Right in the neck.
Yep, that's all they know. They're wise to do evil, but to do good. Seeking the Lord, they don't care. They don't have any knowledge when it comes to the fear of the Lord. All right, let's go back to Lamentations. It says, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers? You see, nothing. Bunch of degenerate plants. The work of the hands of the potter, you see. And who is the potter? The Most High, Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see. So the Lord brought us to a lower state because of our disobedience. And because of our sin and iniquity. And that's why Jake is yet this day in captivity. Well, the Lord has scattered us.
Man, I'm good on that. I'm good. I got hit in the head. I got hit in the head. All type.
I got hit all in my hand, my neck. Man, this coming close. You feel me? And we ain't sitting 200.
All right, I'll end the lesson here. You can watch this video on that channel. I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rekah Kwadash. Shalom.